Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a UX case study that landed me a job as a product designer, and I will walk you through the whole task, how I approach it, and the steps that you can follow to solve your study cases or perhaps to create a winning UX case study for your own portfolio. Great, let's dive right in. The case study task I received was from a property industry company, and I was asked to design a user-friendly property listing page for the company's website. And that website is supposed to help users browse, filter, and search for different properties from auctions. And it was a practical task with the real-world applications, and I knew that they were looking for a well-thought-out solution that would resonate with their users, real estate investors, and property managers. So my challenge was to design a page that allows users to quickly find properties that meet their criteria with the right filters, sorting options, pagination, and an advanced search. Right, now let's go over the steps I actually took to crack this task. And before jumping into design, the first thing I did was to deep research. I needed to understand not just the task, but who I was designing for. The audience here is the real estate investors and property managers. And they have specific requirements, they have specific needs. They need efficiency, clear information, and quick navigation to make important decisions fast. For these users, time is money. Always start by identifying your users' pain points. So I asked myself, what would frustrate someone trying to invest in real estate auctions? Is it slower loading time, confusing filters, or an overcrowded interface would be probably a deal breaker. And I knew that the solution had to be clean, fast, and very intuitive. So once I had a strong understanding of the users, I jumped into defining the structure and the user flow. The goal was to make navigation intuitive, so I started with low fidelity wireframes to establish the overall layout. The key elements I focused on were to clean property listing, so showing images, prices, locations, and brief descriptions upfront so users could scan the list quickly. Then I made quick decisions on filters and sorting. They were added at the top of the list, the same as their search bar was located prominently at the top, and pagination controls at the bottom for easy navigation. Why is this structure effective? It simply minimizes cognitive load. The user can find what they need quickly without overwhelming them with too many elements at once. The search bar being up to ensures that users can jump straight to a specific property. Next, I moved to high fidelity prototypes, and this is where the task really shines. I focused on three things: it's usability, clarity, and visual hierarchy. And let's break down the key features I included and how they address the task's requirements. First were property cards, and each property had a card with an image, price, location, and a brief description. So I chose the minimalistic design to avoid any clutter, and I made sure that the most critical information and most crucial information was front and center. For the filtering options, I used drop-down menus, and I also ensured that the filter panel was collapsible, saving space when it's not in use. Sorting and pagination, it's the very straightforward features, and when it comes to the search bar, it was dynamic, offering suggestion as user typed, so it could improve the speed and efficiency of the search, and I got inspired by Figma. And additionally, I incorporated AI-powered suggestions in the search bar, showing relevant results based on user input. Once the designs were polished, I moved on to prototyping using Figma, and I built an interactive prototype that allowed the team to click through the filter, search, and pagination. Prototyping is key to understanding how users will interact with your design, and I really invested my time into that. So now it's a very important part of all of that. is the question, like what you actually should to focus on if you're tackling an UX study like this. And I would say here the most critical points. And the very first point, very important one, is to understand the user needs. Don't just follow the brief. You have to dig deeper into the user's needs and frustrations. And yes, that's the part you have to focus on and really spend some time on. And the second one would be to define a clear flow. So sketch your user flow before jumping into design. Understand what you actually want to design. Does it make sense? Keep your journey intuitive and of course very simple. And of course you always have to prioritize usability. Think about how people will interact with the product. In this particular case, it prioritizes filters, sorting and search functionality so that maximum user efficiency is achieved. But also remember that you have to take care of the prototype, so make it interactive, make sure that the people who will check your case study understand that you are very fluent with Figma and you know how to also present the information. Please remember that UX case studies are all about showing your problem-solving abilities. So if you focus on understanding your users, providing practical solutions, and always testing your designs, you will stand out from the recruitment process, and that's 100% guaranteed. It's also important to show your proactiveness and attitude and willingness to do a bit extra. Then you definitely won't remain unnoticed and any employer would hire you. That's the kind of designer they want to have in their team. But thank you so much for watching, and I really wish you good luck with your next UX challenge, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.